Good morning, guys. Well, we're getting ready to go to the field, DB60. Brennen planted a 75 and a 65 yesterday. I sprayed 700 acres, so that was good, 7 tanks. And Brian planted, I believe, 60 and an 80, roughly, of corn, and maybe 30 more in another field, and I think he's going to stop. Brennan's going to pick off a couple of these smaller fields that are pattern tiled nearby. That way we can make a run for the barn. Our DB60, Deere design. Not that I don't like Deere, but their entrainer fits on the outside of this. Water runs down and fills this. There's a seal for that you can put on these, but this leaks, so we're ahead to stay close to home when there's rain in the area. Also, don't want to plant a lot ahead of a heavy rain, so we're going to choose our small pattern tiled fields close to home so we can keep an eye on them. They don't come up. We have free replant policy. Obviously don't want to use that if you don't have to, but we got to get some numbers on the board. We're making progress. What's that? Yep. We've got stubble damage on our tires and we've got to air them up. They just slow leak and you replace them. I wish it had the skid steer tires on it. We may have to look into that if we're going to keep this planter. Now, it was all kinds of nuisance for them yesterday. Brian and Brennen had their hands full. I was in the group chat on the texts on it, and he had a lot of the rows, didn't want to plant. Just your normal first day stuff. First days with the planters or any of the equipment are not fun. You're always glad to get the first day behind you. Hopefully this rain isn't significant. If it is going to rain, we could use a reset. Let us fine tune a few things. We figure out where our bugs are, work those out. But it feels good to have some stuff going on. Welcome to the spring planting season. And we go around this, obviously looking at any little pieces that could be loose. We check these. You look at your closing wheel bearings, gauge wheel bearings, make sure they're still tight against your disc opener. Check your disc openers. You can squeeze them, spin them. If they got any kind of a gap, obviously you got to look into it. Another place you can look's right here. There's a little gap there. So as I walk by, I just kind of glance. Little indicators there could be something wrong, and I can do so at a quick glance. A lot of moving pieces on this planter. Takes a long time to get familiar with the planter if you're gonna own one and wear it out. That's what we intend to do. DB60, this is your year to shine. We need lots of acres in small windows. Apparently we're going to be in between rains. We have any other issues, Brennen?
Flat tires.
Flat tires. Man, I want to replace them, but they hold air for a long time. But these little rainouts, every time we turn around, we're airing up tires. Every time. I agree. Well, skid steer tires need to be on the list. Probably something a little meaner than these. These are 14 ply, which is thick. You can have 70 to 90 pounds in them. They don't look bad, but the stubble just... corn stalks and the bean stubble just wear on them. I guess I'm saying stubble, it's actually corn stalks. It's early. That's not even early. That's early in the season. There. Finally got it straight. We'll get it straight. It's already happening. Brennan's going to slide over here to a nice little 30 acres on the other side of the trees here. It's been pattern tiled. That was our first field that we ran a tile plow in and pattern tiled. I rode in that as a kid, and I'd watch the wheels spin on the tractor and Grandpa raise and lower the drill. I always liked watching the wheels spin. Well, that's because it's so muddy back there. We fixed that. Every time we pull in there, I think about that. Chase is on. I'm gonna slide over here and fill him with seed. And there's rain here and there on the radar, so we gotta get with the program. Hoping this thing runs. That's my big, I guess that's my big reservations, pulling this thing in the field, filling it with seed, and it doesn't want to plant it again right before rain. But he's been getting it folded up as long as we don't fill it too full. I'm pulling here to help him so we can kind of add what we need. Just put enough in for this 30 acres. When we've got manpower, that's how we do it. When we don't, a lot of times we have to skip and fill planters and road them when they're a little fuller than we want. Things like that. He's got an issue. Hey.
It is this one, right?
Yes, this is it.
I don't like the incline I picked.
Yep.
I may need to back up some and come more towards that way.
Yeah, you can come back here to the corner if you want. I don't remember. It's not too bad right there, but whatever you think. If you don't like it, back on up.
Yeah, I think the planter a bit too far that way. Instead, I'll back up a little bit.
Let's do that. You got plenty of room. I'm back here. These planters are top heavy. So we want to make sure when we enter the field that we are somewhat level where we enter. You can tip one of these planters over. See our seeds in the top part there. So he's going to back up here. Get a little straighter shot. That'd be our goal. Had 3 seasons now. Now when it runs, it does a great job. The job he got done yesterday looks so good. The soil's mellow. Like these pattern tile fields that we have where disc has been ran in the fall, they're a little mellow and it just puts the beans down at depth. They're in moisture. I mean, they're swelling up when you turn around and come to the other end. They'll come right up. As long as this big rain doesn't seal them over, and that's another story. We run Yetter poly twisters. I feel like those have been our best option on the beans as far as keeping the crusting to a minimum. Brennan's doing a good job being careful here. The thing is extremely heavy. Got Brennen full. We're going to park the corn planter with the forecast. It's a little wetter when we put corn a little deeper than beans. It's a little wetter down there. Corn, it doesn't like that. So we're opting to kind of wait on it. Brian's going to hop in the strip till rig. Smart decision. He's the best one to strip tilling. Have him eat some acres while we've got soil conditions that are good, and if it rains on it, I'm not too concerned. We run stabilizer on our ESN, and part of the reason we run the strip till program is because of the ESN option. By being in dry form, it's much more stable. Liquid 28, we found, especially we put it down with the planter, and then you get a long rain delay and have a replant scenario where you had flooding and thinking you had any nitrogen left from it, and it's gone. And I feel like the ESN will fare better through heavy rains, things like that. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, that's kind of our theory on that. had good luck with the strip till, just cracking the soil, making a nice seed bed. Now I've liked the way the disc runs. We're going to pass Brennen. He's got one heck of a soybean planter rig. Look at this thing. DB60 is a beast. When it is go time, he's just planting. So all that time pumping fertilizer and messing around, slowing the planter down and weighing the planter down. We took all that off, put on a strip till bar. No-till corn, when you have time, is great. As we've grown, we don't have the luxury of waiting, and the weather windows are narrower and narrower. We only have a few days that are fit to plant, and if you're not 110% planting capacity on those days, you get behind, and when you get behind, it costs big money. So it's important to stay on top of things. Well, somehow we have pinched the harness and a hydraulic line. Something come loose that was tying them up. So we gotta fix that. Rain's on the way. He's made a pass on an end row. We just filled with seed, and rain's on the way. So I gotta figure out how to get it out of the field. So first off, I'm gonna take off this hydraulic line. Looks like it only goes from, maybe track the line, yeah, up in there. And I'll unplug it from the tractor. Now Real King has pre-made lines. They're kind of cheap, but we keep them on hand. It's getting ready to get one of those. Got my little yellow plugs for hydraulic lines. Loose there. Goes up to number 3. Okay. Well, we can get it. Just kind of sliding it out of this harness. Okay, just like that, we got the line out. Now we're gonna go back to the shop to see what stock I have. We'll go back and check and see what kind of line stock we have. You usually can get this fixed. Brian will have to wire that biggest wire. I'm not real sure where the connectors would be. It looked like a main power wire of some kind. It's not the first time we've had trouble with the harness. There's just a lot of areas that pinch, and it seems like that harness is a nuisance all the time. So this isn't a new problem. But the new tools to use, I had everything that I needed. I drove right up to the machine. Man, normally I gotta trip home looking for things. Been working on getting tools in different vehicles, making it mobile. Driving it right up to the hydraulic lines like an old man. Here it is, I only got day 1 in, I'm already being a weenie. Let's find this line. Okay. Lay it out here on the floor, gonna get a measurement. So we got a Real King hose, it's a little bit long. Got our fitting off, had to adapt it. So those will screw on here and we should be back in business. O-ring fitting. That's Brian leaving, he's headed to get the wires fixed. We still got rain coming, but it keeps dissipating. It's going to toy with us all day. So we're just going to keep pushing and not worry about what it's doing. That's how we handle that. We stay in our lane and keep on going. We did shut the corn planter down, and we're not going to spray as of right now. It's too big of a risk. Yeah. And as I twist it on, it tends to twist and tighten, and it stays on. If you put it on the wrong way, it just twists it off. This is Teflon tape. It's used to seal. So now when you tighten, it stays put. Good and tight. He needs a different connector. We're spread out across 3 counties, and we're never in the same area, rarely. These Rangers have been real handy. We were able to call Brian. His was at the field. He was able to jump in it. I mean, he's here in minutes. Don't know what that's worth. Spent years just taking a bag of tools out to a broke down piece of equipment out in the field and not have what I need. Seems like I've got everything I need here. Pretty happy. Just a real tough system. Got my power tools and batteries in here. It's all waterproof, dustproof. It's been riding around back here. Now, I've not left it in the rain, but I like this a lot better than the old Kimimoto makes things for the Ranger. And I got this box here that's got tools in it, but it seals up. It's got a rubber seal. A lot of wasted space. It's injection molded. Just a lot of dead space. These are tougher. I can take them in and out. This Kimimoto you can take out, but it's not real handy. Now it does go in the posts of the bed of the Ranger. That's handy, but I think these with a bed mat so it doesn't slide, I think that's going to be the ticket. Well, let's get this fixed. Got our new line. Here, I was just bragging on my tools, and I had a set that was on sale that went to 5/8, and then my big set starts at 15/16. So it just leaves those few sizes. Well, I need those sizes, essentially. I don't have them. Found this. This goes out to over 1.5 inches. It's kind of handy. I always keep 1 or 2 of those around for jobs like this. Luckily. Well, it's raining a little bit. But we're going to put a few beans out before the rain. Why not, right? See where our poly twisters poke on each side. We'll dig. Try not to disturb the bean. There. I disturbed him a little bit, but he's right there. Yeah, I dug it up. So it's covering them pretty good. Don't see any on top. It's not uncommon to see a bean on top or even a slit, but I don't like that. I don't see any slitting. There's one on top. Not real common though, so. Just a 13-acre patch before it rained. Well, before it rained, it is raining. Been battling a few issues this morning with it, but nothing major. Now this is strictly no-till beans. We haven't touched this field. It's been sprayed. It's a little damp under your residue. I'll take some of that for calendar. We've got a lot of time for forgiveness still. We're not packing the ground or anything. It's just, it crusted up and it didn't dry out underneath. I'm trying to show you guys, I already have him dug up. There's about where we're going. So, right there, 1.5 inches. Maybe a little more. It's not going to hurt anything early in the year. If you get too shallow, you can get them to come up, but then later on you're going to regret that. If we can get them in early in the season like this, it's just not as apt to seal up too. You get towards the end of May, beginning of June, you'll plant, and if it rains hard right after, it'll seal the ground over. The sun comes out when it dries too fast, and then the seed can't pop out of the ground, and that's always a risk with rain. But the job we're getting done here, I don't think that's going to be an issue. Not much is going to come up in this little area of corn stalks. We got some flood debris. That would not go well in the combine. We'll get that now. Well, guys, planting season just started and we're already facing another rain delay. We're pulling in. Corn planter just got here. I was here with the sprayer. And Brennen is here with the DB60. He's going back it in the barn. We had that leak. So that's going to do it for this week. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. See you again in the next one.